Hello, third graders. Today we're going to be doing grammar. I hope you have your grammar paper out for classroom practice 21. We are only doing 21 today, so when we have it done, please keep it at home until till next week, and we'll do classroom practice 22, and then you can send it back and we'll have it all done at one time. Also in your packet, you will have a 3-page little packet with the capitalization rules and the punctuation rules. Some of you have your grammar books at home that have this in it. Some of you don't have your books at home. I decided just to make a copy of it. It was easier than sending them big, heavy books home in your envelopes this week. So save this for any time we're doing a video for grammar. Don't lose it. Okay? So if you have classroom practice 21, I am going to classify the sentences with you and do some of the other stuff with you. So most of it will be done with me, so you should have a pretty easy time of it. So let's look at sentence number 1. A small group of hikers hiked through Snake Canyon today. Let's classify it together. Who hiked through Snake Canyon today? Group, subject, noun. I should say what hiked through. What is being said about group? Group hiked, verb. Through, preposition. Through what? Snake Canyon, object of the preposition. A group of hikers hiked through Snake Canyon when? Today, adverb. I'm going to work my way back now. Of, preposition. Of what? Hikers, object of the preposition. What kind of group? Small, adjective. A, article, adjective. Have you got that much done? Oops, I better turn it so you can see it all. Now on the line, subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. What are we checking for? Do we have any prepositional phrases? Yes. Of hikers, prepositional phrase. Through Snake Canyon, prepositional phrase. And that's all of our prepositional phrases. So, period makes a statement, declarative sentence, go back to the verb, and divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Then it says to underline the complete subject once and the complete predicate twice. So I'm going to underline a small group of hikers once and hiked through Snake Canyon today twice. So that sentence should be all classified. Now, before we classify sentence number 2, I wanted to go down to exercise 2 for a minute. It says, use sentence number 1 to complete the table below. First off, this is sentence number 1. List the nouns used. Well, our first noun is group. So write that on the line, group. The job, subject, noun. Is it singular or plural? Well, it's only one group, so it's singular. Put an S there. Common or proper? Well, it's not any named group, so it's just common group. So put a C there. And the simple subject of a sentence is just the subject noun. So you want group for the simple subject. Simple predicate, you want hiked. Okay? What's the second noun in our sentence? Remember, a noun names a person, place, or thing. So our second noun would be hikers. What is its job? Object of the preposition. Now, is hikers singular or plural? Well, it has an S on it, so it's got to be plural. Common or proper? Well, it's just a common group of hikers, so that would be a C. Put a C there. Our last noun in the sentence, Snake Canyon. It's the name of something, so Snake Canyon. What is its job? It's an object of the preposition. Is it singular or plural? Well, it's only one canyon, so it's singular. Now, is it common or proper? Is it capitalized? Yes. So it is proper. I'm going through this pretty fast. If you don't get it all, you should be able to finish the rest on your own. I'm going to erase this sentence and put on sentence number 2. Okay, sentence number 2 says, stay with your aunt after school today. So stay, oh, that's a terrible with S. With your aunt after school today. Okay, so let's classify this sentence together. Stay with your aunt after school today. Well, who stays with your aunt after school today? You. Remember, understood subject pronoun. Put it in parentheses, and it is a subject pronoun. What is being said about you? You stay. Verb. With. Preposition. With who? Your aunt. Object of the preposition. Whose aunt? Your. Possessive pronoun, adjective. You remember that? We haven't had that too long, so possessive pronoun, adjective. Then, after. Preposition. After what? School. Object of the preposition. Stay after school. Stay with your aunt after school. When? Today. Adverb. Have you got all those labeled? There we go. On the line, subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. What are we checking for? Do we have any prepositional phrases? Yes. With your aunt, prepositional phrase. After school, prepositional phrase. Period. Now, what kind of sentence is this? Do you remember? It is giving a command, so it's an imperative, capital I-M-P. Imperative sentence. Then we need to go back to the verb and divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. So we go back to stay, that's our verb, divide it. We underline our complete subject once, which is only one word, you. Stay with your aunt after school today. That is your complete predicate, so you underline that twice. Has everybody got that? I'll leave it just for a minute so you can check to see if you got it right. Okay, let's go on to exercise 3. I'm going to erase this so I can write up here on the board. I am going to do 2 of these sentences with you, and the rest you will do on your own. Number 1. Let me write the sentence first, and then I'll go through the directions. The juice in this glass and then in parentheses it says taste, comma, tastes bad. Okay, now let's read through the exercise. It says below there, you write the subject for each sentence, then write S and 1 if the subject is singular, write P and 2 if the subject is plural. Underline the correct verb in parentheses. Now, rule 1. A singular subject uses a singular verb that ends in S or ES. Now, of course, there's an exception to every rule that we do. Exception, I is labeled S with rule 2. Now, rule 2, a plural subject, a compound subject, and the pronouns you and I use a plural verb form with no S or ES ending. Now I'll do the first one with you. So what is the subject of this sentence? The juice in this glass tastes or tastes bad. Well, what tastes bad or tastes bad? Juice. So that would be your subject. So on the subject line, write juice. Is juice singular or plural? Well, of course, it's singular, so write an S. So which rule should we use? If you look up there for your rules, if it's singular, it says write 1 if the subject is singular. So where it says rule number, put a 1 there. And then you have to underline the correct verb. So if it's singular, the verb has to end in S or ES. So you would underline tastes. Okay? Let's do sentence number 2, and then the rest of them you will have to do on your own. Sentence number 2, do does you snowboard during the winter? I gotta move some stuff out of the way here. Have you figured out the subject of this sentence yet? If you picked you are correct. We could flip this over and put it over here, and it would not change the meaning of our sentence. So our subject is you. Now, what did it say up above about the word you? If you look in Rule 2, you and I use a plural verb. Okay? So you would be plural. It would be rule number 2. And which verb would you underline? One without the ES. You do snowboard during the winter. Or do you snowboard during the winter? And that's how you do those. You need to do 3 through 6 on your own. Now, editing, exercise 4. This is where you'll need that paper that I copied for you that has the rule numbers for capitalization and punctuation. Look them up, just don't guess. Remember, save this paper at home for next week, and we'll do the back side of it together also. This is the end of Classroom Practice 21.